Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's been a long time. Thank you all for being so patient with me. You know, I just had a baby 4 months ago and it hasn't been easy, but that will be in a separate video when the baby is awake. She's trying to sleep now. So this is our Wednesday content. So the topic of our content today is factors to consider when you are trying to conceive or when you are about to conceive, when you start the journey. What are the things that you're supposed to look for? What are the things you're supposed to do with your partner when you want to embark on the journey of conception? You don't just wake up and say, I want to start trying to conceive. So I have my bullet points here. That's why I have a paper on my hand. So we'll be going through them one after the other. So the first thing you do when you want to start the journey of conception is, number one is, are you ready? You ask yourself the question whether you are ready. It's not just about you alone, and you have to ask your partner, your husband, your fiancé, whoever you want to go through that journey with, whether you're ready to conceive. It's not just about seeing babies on Instagram or Facebook. When you see people dress up their babies and they are going about, then you're happy, oh, the baby is looking so cute. It's far from there. Having a baby is so much work. You have to spend a lot of money, sleepless nights and all that. Some people give birth and they don't have breast milk. Then what do? You have to buy baby milk. It's so expensive. Some are going from 5,000 and above, and the baby takes just for 3 days. Are you financially ready? Are you physically ready? Are you mentally ready? So you cannot just be ready and then your husband is not ready. The man might say, okay, I'm not ready to have a child now. And then you say, oh, I'm ready because my mates, my age mates are giving birth, my classmates, my friends who got married the same time with me are pregnant. But if this man is not ready and you go ahead and get pregnant, he might abandon you. And believe me, having a child all by yourself is very difficult. You can ask a single mother or a single father to tell you that. So you have to be ready. Your partner has to be ready physically, mentally, spiritually and financially. So that's our number one point. So number two is, you have to consider your general health. Are you healthy? Are you suffering from any form of illness, high blood pressure, high sugar levels, diabetes and all that? Some people, they have other issues disturbing their system, but they say, okay, I want to conceive and let me just go do check my reproductive system. You have to be healthy on a general note, because your body will push out your baby if your body is not healthy. So you have to be healthy. Your partner has to be healthy. You have to deal with that thing in your life that is not healthy before you consider having a child. And then number three is your fertility health, which will involve fertility testing, both the man and the woman. Some people will say, I've been trying for 5 years, 6 years, and then for some people who come into my DM to make inquiries for fertility program, because I'm a fertility coach. I will tell you all about me at the end of the video if you are new here. So I'm asking, how long have you been trying for? And someone will say 5 years, 3 years, and I'm like, okay, what test have you done to know why the pregnancy hasn't happened yet? And they said, I've not done any test. And I'm like, are you seriously looking for this child? Because if you are looking for a child, medically, the doctors say try for a whole year. Then if you cannot get pregnant or sustain a pregnancy, then we'll see what is wrong. And then after 1 year of trying to conceive, personally I advise 6 months. And then you are not pregnant or you can't sustain a pregnancy, you go check. For a woman, you do HSG test, which is the one that checks for your tubes. You do a hormonal profile test on your cycle day 2 or 3. That's the 3rd day of your menses or the 2nd day of your menses. And then you do infection test. You do a transvaginal scan, which they put the wand in your vagina to test. They wear it a condom to see your ovaries and your womb, how it's doing. And then your husband will abstain from sex for a period of 3 days. And then he will go for a sperm analysis, which he will masturbate and give them his sperm where he ejaculates. They will see whether he has enough sperm to impregnate you. They check from motility to the count to the morphology. The motility, which is the ability of the sperm to travel to the womb and travel to the egg. The morphology, which is the health of that sperm. Is it healthy enough? The DNA of the sperm, does it have big head, small head, does it look good, like can impregnate you? And then the count, he has to have at least 20 million sperm counts for him to be able to impregnate you. And then they check whether he has infection. These are the things to consider, one of the things to consider before going on a fertility journey or during the process. And then number 4, we have lifestyle changes and adjustments and supplements, which fall into the category of you're trying to conceive and then you smoke or you drink alcohol. Whether you're a man or a woman, you have to cut out, you have to stop taking. Some people say limit. Personally, I don't see why you should limit. Your child is much more better than any glass of alcohol. And then smoking, there are some people who have added a lot of weight and they don't do exercises at all. You need to shake your body, just take walks. You can run in one place in your house. You don't necessarily have to go outside. You need to improve in your exercises. If you walk in an environment where you sit from morning till night, when you come home, you can take some time out, not 2 times in a week or 3 times in a week, to take walks, to do stretches. And then if you are doing excessive exercises, then you need to cut down on that, because when you are trying to conceive, those kind of exercises are now not so good on your system. And then you have to take some supplements. Whether or not you have been to the doctor, you have to have some supplements that like pregnant care, conception for him and her. You have to take things like fish oil, vitamin E, zinc for the man, and all that. And then managing your stress levels. Managing your stress levels. Some people will say in Nigeria or in Africa or wherever I'm living, we cannot manage our stress levels. This one you're saying is just out of context. But stress comes in different forms. Sometimes you have stress of the mind, like I'm not conceiving, why is it happening to me? You just need to relax, pray more, take some time out. If you are looking at pages where people are conceiving and it's stressing you out, I think you should remove that out of your, unfollow them, so that you focus on yourself. You can just decide, and some people don't sleep a lot, they don't sleep enough. They go to work and come back, and then they are online on Facebook, on Instagram or Google or YouTube for like 3 a.m. That's when they sleep. Then once it's 4 or 5, they are up. It's so stressful on your system. It's causing your hormones to be imbalanced. It's giving you inflammation in the body. It's making your reproductive system is working so hard, and stress causes 60% of infertility, believe me or not. Whether you like it or not, it happens. So unless, for instance, your work is stressing you so much, even if you come home and it's 12, off your phones and go straight to bed and sleep, so that you will rest. For that short period of time, your system is resting, so everything will come back to normal before you wake up. If you are a breastfeeding mother, you notice that when you sleep, you produce more milk. It happens to everybody. It happens to even your reproductive system. When you sleep, your follicles function better, your hormones will function better. And then we have understanding your menstrual cycle and your ovulation. I have a video, I will link it up here in the cards, that says the best position, the best sex position when you are trying to conceive, and how to know your ovulation. A lot of women don't know when they ovulate. Some women, even on my program, when I say how long is your cycle, they say my first menses was on the 10th of August, I ended on the 15th, and they're expecting me to tell them that, okay, that's a 28-day cycle. You, as an 18-year-old woman, you are supposed to know what a cycle means. You have to watch that video. You are supposed to know what a cycle means. You are supposed to know when you ovulate. You're supposed to have a basic concept. If you don't know all that, you can send me a DM on Fertilemoms. That's my Instagram page. or you go to the link in my bio and send me a message. You send a message straight to my WhatsApp and we'll discuss all that. But these are the basics. You have to know all this for you to be able to get pregnant. It's not every sex that results into pregnancy. And then imagine you want to avoid pregnancy because of medical reasons and you don't know when you ovulate, you don't know what a menstrual cycle is. This involves your life, and then you fall pregnant. Even your husband is did not impregnate you because I'm not sure that is when you should be ovulating. But if you know all this, you study with him, or you can just let him know, okay, I'm ovulating now, so we can have this baby or not have this baby now. So it's very important whether or not you're trying to conceive. And then we have number 7, invest your time in reading inspirational books and God's promises about conception. You need to invest your time, your little time, in reading inspirational books and reading the word of God. If you don't have time to go open the Bible, there are tapes that you can get from Man of God, that Gio from Redeem, your Bishop Oyedepo from Living Faith, Dr. Pastor Paul Nenche from Dunamis. There are a lot of men of God that have tapes that you can just pick up and play them. Maybe you can put them on your phone. Some that are mobile, put them in your car. When you're going to work, you're going out, just listen to these things. Just occupy your mind with the promises of God. Read books like You Shall Not Be Barren by Bishop Oyedepo. You Too Can Be Fruitful by this Abiomi, and The Supernatural. There are a lot of books that you can read. Involves the communities that are positive, people that will support you. Stop listening to people who say, oh, I had this kind of situation and I had to go for surrogate, it didn't work. That's not to say surrogacy is a bad thing. It's a good thing, but then you need to listen to things that will say, oh, you can conceive. I bled for 3 months, but the pregnancy sustained. And the promises of God, I say that you should multiply and fill the earth. There are a lot of things that will work for you when you do that. Believe me, I'm a living testimony. And then you have to pray more and shut out gossips. Pray more. Always pray. Talk to your children. Place hand on your stomach and pray and call your children's name. Talk to them. Tell God that He told you are going to multiply and fill the earth. He promised you these children. So it doesn't matter how long it takes. It doesn't matter who is saying or what they have done. You pray and you believe that God will answer you. Cut out those relationships that are not good for you. It's not everybody that will be your friend. It doesn't matter what they think. If they are not good for you, if they are bad energy, just shut them out and then focus on yourself, and all these things will work for you. And then I forgot something on number 4, which was lifestyle changes and adjustment. You need to work on your diet. There are a lot of people that if they don't eat shawarma or indomie, they will die. When they gave birth to you, I'm not sure indomie was existing then or shawarma. Personally, I don't eat them, not because of anything, but they don't taste good in my mouth. And then even before I knew that they were not healthy foods. If you cannot do with these things, you can limit how much you take them. Sometimes your body is asking you just to try. Just do a little so that you will help it. Everything about you, from your health to childbirth to looking good, having good long hair, it depends on what you put in your mouth. All those people who have cancer is because of the kind of food they eat. Sometimes they say some sicknesses are hereditary, but when you take good care of yourself, you will not inherit it from your parents. It happens, and I know that, and if you go, you search it, you will know that it's true. So you need to do more. You don't need to just wake up and say, I want to conceive, and then you go sit in the hospital and you don't understand what the doctor is saying. You have to do more for yourself. So that will be all for our today's video. So welcome once again. If you are new here, welcome. My name is Blessing Sude, aka the Fertile Mom. I'm a health coach, fertility coach, and fertility nutritionist. I help people who are trying to conceive naturally through lifestyle changes and adjustments, multivitamins, supplements, and help them, people who want to select the sex of their children. For those who don't know when they ovulate, we teach you how to know that, how to avoid pregnancy naturally. And here on this YouTube channel, every Wednesdays we bring out content like this: fertility tips, health tips, business tips, and everything in between. And then on Sundays, while I was pregnant with my baby, I was giving you guys pregnancy update But now that baby is here, I'm telling you how to cope with the baby, how baby is developing, how I'm doing well myself. So that's what this channel is all about. And if you love the content we provide here, turn on your post notification, share our videos, subscribe, and stay tuned. And we'll see you again next Wednesday. Bye.